Of this WAEC question, as we have here that construct a rectangle of length 70 millimeters whose area is equal to that of the square ABCD shown below. Let me read it again. Construct a rectangle of length 70 millimeters whose area is equal to that of the square ABCD shown below. So this is the square ABCD, and looking at the square, we have that the length or side of the square is 50 millimeters. So let's see how this construction can be done for us to construct a rectangle whose area is equal to the area of this square as we are given. So what we are to do first is to construct the square. So we draw a horizontal line in this direction, and then we are going to come to this point here. We draw a vertical line from at this point. So draw a vertical line at this point. So here we have a vertical line like this. So on this vertical line, I will take a measurement of 50 millimeters from this point up. This is 50 millimeters. Then I will come down here on this horizontal line from this point. I will take a measurement of 50 millimeters to the right side. So this is 50 millimeters. Then at this point, I will draw a vertical line. At this point, I will draw a vertical line which goes up like this. And then coming to this point with the T-square, I'm going to draw a horizontal line from this point to touch the vertical line at this point. So here we have the given square. So I'm going to label this square. This is point A as we are given, and then this is point B as we see it in the given square, and this point here I will call it point C, and this point is point D as we have here. So this is square ABCD that we are given. Now let's see how we can construct a rectangle of length 70 millimeters which is equal in area to this given square. So what we are to do is this. So come to this point with the T-square and draw a line in this direction, draw a horizontal line in this direction. On this horizontal line, I will take a measurement of 70 millimeters to the right side from point C. So take a measurement of 70 millimeters to the right side from point C here. This is 70 millimeters. So I'm going to call this point, I'll call it point E. So this is point E here. Okay. So that means CE is the length of the rectangle. Line CE is the length of the rectangle. Then the next thing that we have to do is that we are going to draw a line that will connect point D and E together. So this is how to go about it. So draw a line from point E to meet or to touch point D as we have it here. Now the next thing that we are going to do is that we are to bisect line DE. Bisect line DE. So take the compass, put the pin or the compass at point D, and extend the pen point to a radius that is a bit more than half of DE. So I like it like this. So draw an arc like this, and then draw an arc down here. Okay. So with the same radius, put the pin or the compass at point E. Put the pin or the compass at point E. So draw an arc up here and draw an arc down here. So now, draw a line through the point of intersection of the arcs as the bisector of line DE, so which goes like this. Alright, so we have this line as the bisector of DE. So wherever this bisector touches this line CE, okay, so call it point F. So this is point F here. So here we have this point to be point F. Now, take the compass, put the pin or the compass at point F, and extend the pen point to point E as we have it here. Extend the pen point to point E as we have it here. Then draw a semicircle. So draw a semicircle. So the semicircle will pass through point D as we have it here and touches the square at this point. Okay. So it touches the square at this point. So this particular point, I'm going to call it point G. So I'll call this point, I'll call it point G. So this is point G here. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is that put the pin or the compass. So put the pin or the compass, put it at point B here. So put the pin or the compass at point B. Okay, so extend the pen point to point G, extend the pen point to point G as we have it here. Extend the pen point to point G and then draw an arc like this. So draw an arc like this to touch this side CD at this point. It touches CD at this point. Okay, so I'm going to call this point, I'll call it point H. Okay, so what we have here now, you know that you have been given the length of the rectangle as CE, which is 70 millimeters. So this line CH is the width of the rectangle. CH is the width of the rectangle. So what we are to do right now is that for us to complete the rectangle, we are going to draw a line, a vertical line from this point E. So we draw a vertical line from point E, so which goes up like this. Okay, so we have this. Then draw a horizontal line from point H to touch the vertical line. Then we are going to have the rectangle like that. Okay, so here we have the rectangle. So let's make the rectangle, let's make it more visible. So make this line a thick line like this. So and then make this line a thick line from here to here. And then so make this line, make it a thick line. And then make this line, make it a thick line like this. Okay, so for this rectangle, so this is point I here. So we call this point, this is point I. So we have rectangle CEIH. Okay, so that is the required rectangle. So when you are given a square and the length of a rectangle, and you have to construct a rectangle that is equal in area to the given square, this is how to go about it. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. Thank you and God bless you.